Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today I'm taking a look at the Razer Hammerhead Hyperspeed. And the reason for this is I thought, well, it's summer. Quite a few people I know use buds instead of over ears. And I thought, it gets quite hot with these on, even with the wicked cushions, it can still get hot from doing a long race or something. So I thought, well, let's try some earbuds, and they're about 50 quid off at the moment in Argos and Amazon, so they come in at £99. And I thought, it's yeah, worth a try. So I thought we'd unbox it in here with it just being something small. And so, yeah, let's take a look. Now, the reviews that I've been reading about are kind of like polar opposites of each other. Some say brilliant, some say terrible. I don't know. We'll find out. Um, so these are the PS5 versions. They work on PS5, PS4, and PC. The reason I didn't get the Xbox versions, one, I like the white. The white does look better. But I've seen a lot of reports of people saying that the battery life is significantly shorter with the Xbox version for some reason. I don't know how true that is, but I've seen quite a few reviews say that now. So yeah, thought I'd go for this one. So kind of looks like it's presented similar to how Apple's EarPods come. So let's just take the plastic off. Oh, it's magnetic, and yeah, it looks. They do look very nice. When you open it, the little blue light comes on, and yeah, nicely presented. Feels good so far. Ah, okay. Right, so they're not the easiest to. They're very slippy, so it's not very easy to get them out of the case. Okay, we got there. So the USB-C plug on the bottom. Now the battery life for these, it says 30 hours or 32.5 maximum, and but that doesn't tell the whole story. What they're including there is how much charge the case holds. So these, it says 6 to 6.5 hours if you don't have the lighting on and don't have the active noise cancellation on. Once you put them on, you start to reduce the life. So they're flashing at me. I mean, they look nice, very nicely presented. Now let's try them on. I'm assuming that's the left and this is the right. Okay, pretty decent seal with the. I think I might need the bigger tips, but a fairly decent seal with these. So yeah, nice and comfy. The ear tips are kind of an oval shape, so I'll just try and get you a closer look at that. And on the bottom, you can see the pins or the little tabs where the pins inside will locate when you plug it in to charge it. So let's read off some of these tech specs. Right, so the frequency response isn't as high as uh, all the others that I use. So there's 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz frequency, the range. Impedance is 16 ohms, so they're going to be fairly easy to drive. So I don't know how big the batteries are in these. I suppose you can't really put anything too big in them. Input power 5 milliwatts max. The drivers are 10 mil, so they should be able to deliver a pretty strong sound. I've got quite a few earbuds that are wired, and some of them you can get a really good sound out of. So there's Bluetooth 5.2. Now this isn't simultaneous Bluetooth, so you get the 2.4 dongle, which I'll get out of the box in a moment, and that's your connection to your PC or console. The Bluetooth 5.2, if you connect it to your phone, you can stream music or whatever, but if you're playing a game and then you answer a call, it will switch to the Bluetooth, so it's not simultaneous. And if also the dongle, let's just get the last few bits out of the box. Right, so we've got more different ear pads. It's just in a bag that you tear open. Some larger, some smaller. Would have been nice if they just put it in a zip bag. Would have been a bit easier, but it's what it is. Then we've got the short charging cable. Very short, very stiff actually. I'd use something a bit longer there. Then here's the dongle. It's in one of these little bags that we need to tear open. There we are. Then we have instruction manual. Nice to see. Don't see instruction manuals very often these days. Right, so there's the dongle. Got a little bit of blue in there for to represent the PlayStation's blue. There's no switch on this. The Xbox one has a little switch on it to switch between Xbox and other devices. So if you've got a PC with USB-C, then you're good to go. If you haven't, what you'll need is, it doesn't mean you can't use it, you just need to get an adapter from USB-C to USB-A, and then you can plug it into a regular USB port. It's a shame they don't include one with it. Apparently they do with the Xbox one. It does come with a converter. You can get a little USB-A dongle where you can plug one of these in as well, so it doesn't have to be a cable. So yeah, that's pretty much all the specs. Now, what it's saying with the battery life. So with lighting off and noise cancellation off, you're going to get about 6.5 hours, and then 26 hours from the case. So when you see on the box 30 hours, it's not. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, 30 hours, that's pretty good for earbuds, but that's including what the case holds. So worst case scenario, if you have the lighting on and the active noise cancellation on, you're going to get up to 20 hours total, 4 hours from the earbuds and 16 from the case. The case will give you 4 charges of the earbuds. And this is, according to this is tested on an iOS device at 50% volume. And the brightness on breathing effect, and that's with noise cancellation on as well. So that is all of the specs. So what I'll do now, I'm going to plug them in. I'm going to get the software downloaded, and I think there's an app as well. So I'm going to have a bit of a mess around with it, and then I'll tell you what I think. So I've been using these a lot now. Since yesterday, I used them all of yesterday and last night, and all of today as well. And there's a couple of things I like, but the negatives do outweigh the good. So let's start with the good. So the build quality, excellent. I mean, you do feel like you're unboxing a premium product, and the case as well. It's just so nicely made, and the feel of opening and closing the lid is very nice. Very satisfying. Uh, Sound wise, they're okay. I'd give them maybe a 7 out of 10. So for gaming, they do the job. Nothing outstanding. The mids are pretty good. The bass depends what you're listening to. Like I've gone through a variety of music as well. Sometimes the bass it just isn't there. It's pretty empty. Other times it's muddy, and you do have a 10-band equalizer, which you can only adjust on the app on the phone. So if you want to, if you're on PC and you're gaming on something, and then you think, oh, I want to tweak the EQ a bit, you've got to tap the buds 3 times, which in itself is annoying because they're obviously sealed into your ears. So you get this like pressurized thump. It's not very nice. So 3 taps, you go over to Bluetooth, then it'll connect to your phone and you can go into the app. I'll show you that now. Right, so there's the app waiting to be connected. At the moment, I'm connected to the PC. So 3 taps. Got to find them first. And then it announces Bluetooth is connected. So it's now connecting. Hopefully it should. It's pretty reliable, the Bluetooth connection. So there we go. The batteries for each one are showing 100%. You can adjust the chroma, which I've switched off now. You can use Do Not Disturb that blocks calls when you're gaming. And the active noise cancellation. The noise cancellation works very well. It's pretty good at getting rid of my aircon unit behind me. So that does work well, but it has a pretty big impact on battery life. So to activate noise cancellation, you just hold one earbud for 1 or 2 seconds, and then it tells you noise cancellation on. When you do it again, it says ambient. I couldn't find a control to actually switch them off so that it doesn't have either of those on. You can only it appears that you can only do it in the app, from what I can tell. So you can just click off, ANC off. So you have got right the equalizer there. You got a couple of a few presets, and if you go into custom, I mean, it has got the 10-band equalizer there that you can just, you can just drag them around, which is great, but it doesn't respond very well to EQ adjustments. You can make huge adjustments, and it only gives you a minimal. It's very minimal what it does. So yeah, not so much for me. It's okay for music, but the highs are that little bit piercing. The mids I think are probably the best, but yeah, the bass is a little bit muddy, and so I just leave it on amplified, and that's where I leave that. So if I connect back now to the PC, so 3 more taps. Yeah, then she announces Hyperspeed wireless. So now I'm connected to the PC again. Now I'm going to mute this mic, and then we'll do a mic test. I haven't heard the mic on this yet, actually. Okay, so this is a mic test for the Razer Hyperspeed Hammerhead wireless earbuds, and yeah, it looks like it's working in OBS. So yeah, this is what they sound like. I'm not expecting that much from them because it's like a mobile, connection. I can't imagine it sounding amazing, but this is what it sounds like. So let's go back to the other one. And there we go. So I'm back to my normal mic now. So let's go over some of the things that are a deal breaker for me. Battery life. They claim with 50% volume and noise cancellation on and RGB on. So, kind of a worst case scenario that you should get about 4.5 hours. No, no, not a chance at all. What I got was about an hour and 45 minutes. Yesterday, I heard the low battery warning, and then a few minutes later, they went off. So, a little under 2 hours for me with both them on, and that was at 30% volume. So, I was running them fairly low, which is it's quite disappointing. So then I went back, recharged them, tried again, turned off the RGB. That made a difference. I just had ANC on. I did about 3 hours, and then I got the low battery warning. A few minutes later, it went off. So for me, that's just not long enough. I think that could be better. And for the price, I mean, if I'd paid £150 for these, I would have wanted to return them, but because I got them in a sale, um, yeah, I'm probably just going to use these for the PS5 more than anything. Comfort wise, I can't fault them for comfort. You forget you've got them in. They're very nice. So yeah, they tick some boxes, but they just fall short so bad on the battery that it's just I can't use these, not for streaming, not for my long gaming sessions. They're just not going to work with me. Just some casual gaming when I'm just sitting back on the couch playing a console. They'll probably be fine for that. But there's one other thing that they did, which was pretty weird. Yesterday when I was racing, I was doing an hour-long race, and I was talking to my friend Gary, and all of a sudden his voice just sounded strange, and the in-game audio went strange. What had happened was these had become slightly out of sync with each other, so I was hearing engine noises and voices in the right ear slightly before the left, and it was it wasn't a nice experience. And it's done it 3 more times since then. So it's done it on PC. It's done it when I was just listening Bluetooth to my phone to music this morning. It did it, and it did it on the PS5 last night as well. And so the only thing I found that will put it back in sync is to just pop them back in the case, close them for a moment just to power them off, and then take them back out, and then they're back in sync. Don't know why it does that, but it makes you feel a little bit nauseous having them having the sound reach your ears at different times. It's a weird experience and just wasn't very nice. Um, so that's about it really. I can't think of anything else. I'm quite disappointed in them. I was aware from watching reviews that some people said they were amazing, some people said they were awful. So it was a very polarizing experience looking at people's reviews. And for me, the battery life is the biggest thing that that makes these. That they're not going to replace my other headphones. They're just not, which is a shame. For their original price, I would have been very disappointed. But I paid. They were £100. I had a voucher sheet to use, so I paid £80 for them. And at £80, they're okay for some casual, console gaming or listening to some music on my phone. They're alright for that. And I mean, normally at this point, I'd say that I've put an Amazon affiliate link, generic link in the description. I'm not going to do that. I just can't recommend them. I I don't like them. They're almost good, but they fall so short on battery life, range, and that weird mistiming, out of sync thing that they do. Um, yeah, shame really. But I just thought I just wanted to share with you guys some of these. I'm going to be trying other earbuds. I want to try a few of them, see if I can find any that have better battery life. Apparently, the Sony InZone earbuds are much improved over these. They've replaced these basically. They're the newest sort of generation. So might try some of them. Whatever I try next, I'll share with you. But yeah, for me, unfortunately, these just aren't for me, and I wanted to just share it with you. So, yeah, thanks for coming, and I shall see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.